Now that we've done our massing of the model, I think it's time that we figure out what we're missing. So, by the looks of it, it's pretty blank. I'd say we add some materials in there. So, what you'll want to do is, in your default tray, go to Materials, which is the second tab, and then you can look up whatever materials you want. So, for brick, there's brick here. If I wanted to do, let's say, the grass, for example, I could go to ground, and maybe they have grass, like that. That looks like soil. So, messing around with different materials such as roofing, you might want to do the roof of carpenter differently. Now, sometimes you might have to do a solid color just because there isn't one available, but you select a material and then select the surface that you want to paint, and it will paint it for you, like so. And then, let's say I wanted to go back to the brick on these sides. Let's go to roofing. I want something generic, so that works well enough. I know Carpenter Hall isn't necessarily shingled, but that works for this purpose. And then concrete, asphalt and concrete, we're going to use a lighter shade, something like this one, for the areas around Carpenter. Now, for your stairs, because there's so many of them, for painting this many objects, you can select and click the concrete type that you want, and then fill in that selection. It's also, and then finally get that last step. Same with these. If you wanted to select them, you could, but I'm going to do them manually because there's only 3. Zoom in. As well as the retaining wall, which I think is a lighter concrete, so I'm going to use this tanner one to get the sides. And this surface back here. Next, for adding trees, if you go to the tab underneath materials in the components tab, you can look up trees or pine trees. In this case, I will look up pine trees to, or misspelling, look at pine trees to get the trees that are on the slopes of the site. This one looks good. And you can click it and double check to see if it's what you want. 3D preview, I like it already, so I'm going to load it directly in my SketchUp model. Now, if these can be whichever trees you want, I'm going to choose basic ones and move this into place. So select the bottom of it and then figure out where the trees are placed on site. So it looks like there's 3 here, 1, Control C, Control V, 2, 3, like that, and then another one. Now these might be a bit low and inaccurate, so do find some better models than this for a better representation. And then I can look up tree